Vincent, good afternoon. Hello. Yes.
Oh, hi, Michael. How are you?
Yes, I'm well. How are you? Yes.
Good. I'm good. Sorry I haven't spoken to you for the last few weeks. It's been a very strange few weeks, and I'm glad that we're talking now because I really need some advice. I don't know how to put this, but I will. I'll work it out. My partner and I have had a huge fight, and we are separating. It happened. It all came to a head the other night. I came home. I had been out at work, and I came home, and I needed to get something out of my room. You know how I've been sleeping in the downstairs storeroom because we were having a break
with the bunk bed. Yes.
Yeah, with the bunk bed. And I went up. I had to get something out of our bedroom, and I felt like I could just go in there. And I went in, and I noticed on the bedside table on my partner's side, there were all the letters that you sent me, all those therapy letters written in the Jane Austen style. They were on the bedside table. And so at dinner that night, I asked about it, and my partner just hit the roof. She got very angry. How dare you look at what I'm reading? I'm like, but they're my therapy letters.
Mm-hmm.
They're my therapy letters. You sent them to me. They're for my use. But she's been reading them every night. And she's obsessed by them. And out of that, she said, look, I think it's better that we just separate. We just have 3 months apart. I want you to move out. So I'm moving out at the end of the week. I'm just taking the bare essentials. I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, that's what's been going on. So what should I do?
Well, oh goodness. Well, that's a lot of news.
Yes.
We should probably get the session started proper. But
Yes.
Obviously, no harm or self-harm in the process of all of that.
No, I've sort of had a bit of a stiff neck because the bunk bed it's a child's bunk bed.
Yeah.
So my sort of it's very small. I sort of have to I have to sort of scrunch up in it. Quite strange, but no. Other than that, no harm. No.
I was actually just thinking of how to reframe, and an upside of you moving out is that you would end up sleeping in a more comfortable bed.
Yes, that could. Yes, that's good. Yes, I just don't know where I'm going to go because look, I've negotiated with my partner. They've said they'll still keep paying for therapy, which I think will be able to cover the rent if I go somewhere. And then, and I can still hold on to my entrepreneurial, projects. Yeah. There is an upside, but I'm hoping I can move, the break will be beneficial, but they're certainly obsessed with your writings, Michael. I don't know. Yes. I don't know. I think she sees you in a different light.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, we'll come to that. But what I wanted to so just before we move on to that, what I wanted to say is I've expanded my Airbnb operation, and I now have quite a few properties. So we can take this offline, obviously, but if you need a place to stay, we can sort something out.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Well, I was going to talk to Inheritance Guy because he's got lots of stuff all around the place. So
yes.
maybe Inheritance Guy can help out as well.
Yes.
But look, it's just temporary. It's just a temporary move.
Of course it is.
You know, and I can just sort of see what happens, and these things happen. People change. I have to say, my partner certainly changed after having couples therapy.
Yes.
She certainly did.
Yes, well, and look, there's that's a good thing and a bad thing, because in a way maybe change was needed, but there was something that I was thinking about.
Yes.
Reflecting on the sessions and things like that, and maybe. I was thinking, what has been the source of tension? And I mean, look, obviously, reading your letters, that's just not cool. That should not be happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, because I think she thinks that they're written to her. And I'm like, well, they're not. They're written to me. They're my therapy letters.
But she's paying for it, so I can kind of see her point of view.
Yes, I guess. I guess that's a good point. Yeah. So, yeah, okay, Oh, look, I've got to let it go. I mean, I just find it weird that she reads them in bed, and because they're written in such a sensual way, that Jane Austen.
Well, no, look, to be fair, she and I spoke a lot, and we did. I did feel like we'd established, quite a sensual bond. But I hope that hasn't created, any sort of permanent rupture. But
well, she did think you were a playboy.
She did. That's right, international indeed. But here's the thing. What I wanted to suggest as a way of addressing this is,
yes.
I went to a workshop. I went to a workshop over the weekend because you asked in the last session which modality are we up to, and
yes.
And there's something that came up which I thought was very, very interesting. I don't know if you ever heard of it originated from, who's the guy with the razor? Occam, yes. So it sort of stems from all that stuff, and it basically just strip away all the gunk, forget about all the redundant stuff, just, really get down to basics. Like, what's this all about,
Yes.
So this modality, this school, is called the simplistic modality.
Yes. It sounds right up my alley.
So it might be something as you're quietly contemplating in your new dwelling in a more comfortable bed. The simplistic modalities, you just sort of go, well, is that the problem? And you go, well, I don't know, maybe not, maybe it's this. And I was trying to think, just to kind of how to, give you an example. And like when I was talking to your partner, for example, she was really upset about being accused. And maybe this is one of the things that sort of, triggered to the reading of the letters and things like that.
Yes.
About being accused of, pushing you down the stairs, for example.
Yes. Yes.
And
yeah.
And she said, well, not only was I not in the house that day, I wasn't even in the city. I was travelling, right? I was travelling for work.
Yes.
In fact, on all those occasions, because I said, well, it was this day and this day and this day, because you told me when it happened.
Yes.
And so,
look.
And so I said, well, and she said, oh, look, he must have been wearing those shoes.
Yes,
those shoes,
those fashionable shoes.
Fashionable shoes. And I said, well, can you describe those fashionable shoes to me? And she did. And I said, well, no wonder you're falling downstairs all the time.
Well, look, shoes are shoes. You want to keep up with the fashion. It felt like she was there. I felt her presence. It was definitely a push. I felt it. But anyway,
but listen. Look, that's all fine and well, but our time is up, unfortunately. So, what I would encourage you is to just work with the simplistic modality.
Yes.
As you're sitting and contemplating quietly with a cup of tea, stick with chamomile.
Yes.
Don't go. Stay away from caffeine. Definitely in your obviously highly anxious stage.
Yes.
And obviously we'll discuss progress. But I'll send letters directly to your partner because she's obviously interested in what I have to write. So I'll do that. Yeah, I'll just keep sending them to you.
I guess, Michael, the next time we speak, I'll be a bachelor.
Well, you won't be a bachelor because you're not getting divorced.
We're just separating out. Yes.
Yeah. You're just having like a little break, and then look, that's fine. Yeah. People do that all the time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for your help. I do feel a bit better now. I've got a lot of work on. I've been organising at my institution. I've been sort of instrumental in organising meetings about meetings.
Well, you've got it, because if you don't know what you're meeting about, then what's the point?
That's right. So that's been one of my one of my objectives this term. It's been orchestrating a series of meetings about meetings, which is good. People are coming along.
Is that a compliance module deliverable?
Yeah, we're thinking of developing it into a compliance module. Yeah.
Good, excellent. That makes a lot of sense. That's really good. All right, terrific. Well, listen, our time is up, and
okay, yeah, sure.
I'll speak to you next week or whenever you can make the time. All right.
Okay, cheers. Thanks, Michael.
Cheerio.
Okay, bye.
Bye.